So, welcome again to Sector Wargaming. I'm Ed, and I'm joined by... Nick, you might recognise. Nick has already been on. And last time we were playing, we had a really good time. We were chatting about sort of fluffy, silly games.
Yes.
And Nick mentioned a book which I've not read, which was Night Lords versus Ultramarines.
It's the Pharos.
The Pharos? Pharos?
No.
Pharos.
Pharos.
I own Night Lords, I don't know if you've noticed.
I own Ultramarines.
Nick owns Ultramarines, so we're swapping roles. You were Traitor last time, I was Loyalist. Today I'm going to be Traitor, you're going to be Loyalist.
Yes.
And we're going to play a very, very thematic and silly game.
Yes, based off the Pharos books.
Based off those Pharos books. So, 5,000 points. Biggest game we've done on Sector so far. I'm currently on a bit of annual leave from work, so I've got time. Nick has kindly agreed to play this over a couple of days, and we chose the fecking coldest day in the world. I'm not taking this off because I'm bloody freezing. I didn't really want to put this on, I wanted to keep my coat on. Nick's not taking his hands out of his pockets. My God, it's cold here today.
They're a little numb for rolling dice.
Yeah. So forgive us if you can see our breath going and a bit of shaking. But yeah, 5,000 points. I've got a really elite force of Night Lords, so heavy armour, lots of drop pods, all elite. I've broken Force Org, much to my shame, so sorry for that. Nick has gone full infantry with no armour.
And Force Org.
He's maintained a Force Org. I'm playing a Rite of War, and I've broken the foot, and Nick is very ashamed of me. I'm not ashamed of myself, because it's going to be a very silly, very fun game. It's 5,000 points, and it is on a normal 6x4 table, so it's going to get messy.
It's a little full.
Yeah. We've made a custom mission, so basically in the book, the Night Lords are trying to get into this mountain.
Yes.
So we've put 3 points on the board where the Night Lords have to get my troop choices off, and for every troop choice I get off the board will be 2 points to me.
Very scoring unit.
Very scoring unit, thank you. For every troops choice or scoring unit that you've killed or is still on the board at the end of the game, the Ultramarines are going to score 1 point.
Yes.
But then there's a little caveat. So, Nick tells me in the book the Imperial Fists were busy making traps and misleading the Night Lords where they were going. So, at the end of the game, we're going to roll a d6 and we're going to allocate the points, and whichever point comes up on a d3 roll, any troops or scoring units that got out that way
has went into a dead end.
Have gone into a dead end and will not count. So basically what that means is I can't just bum rush one of them and send all my men through one and hope, because there's that chance that that'll come up and I don't score any points for the guys that went through.
Basically it's just giving me a chance to not die.
I don't know. I say I've got a very elite army, but you've got a lot of men.
Yes, but I also have a lot of heavy mortars against your armour 14 wall.
There's some armour 13.
Oh, goody.
I don't know, but I like it. It's that quality versus quantity.
It is.
So it's going to be a really good game. I'm really looking forward to it.
So looking forward to it.
So looking forward to it. It was just an excuse to break out some of my big toys. It's going to be a big one, so bear with us. I hope you don't mind watching it. Very thematic game, very fluffy. So again, please ignore some of the rites of war and a bit of silliness and stuff like that. But I'm really looking forward to it. Good luck, Nick.
That's what you need after last game.
Oh! So, it is true. It is true. Full army lists are below, like I say, and let's actually look at them in person and get to the game. See you in there. My 5,000 points of Night Lords today. I am running a Terror Assault Rite of War, but I'm kind of cheating because I've got multiple heavy supports, and Nick's okay with this just because it's more for the fluff and the scenario. Anyway, leading everything is a Praetor in Tartaros Terminator armour with Combi-Plasma, Paragon blade and all the extras you'd expect. He's in a command squad who have Combi-Plasmas, 2 lightning claws, 2 Chainfists. One of the Chainfist and the Plasma Blaster is on the banner bearer, again in Tartaros armour, and they will be rolling in a Spartan with all the usual accessories. Into troops, I've got 3 units of 10-man terror squads, all with Volkite charges, and the sergeant has Nostroman Chainglaive and Artificer armour. They are coming in drop pods for every unit. Into elites, I have a million Terminator squads. So I've got 2 5-man Cataphracti squads with 3 dual lightning claw, 2 Chainfist, 1 Combi-Plasma and 1 Plasma Blaster, and 2 squads of Tartaros Terminators, all with Combi-Plas. 1 sergeant has a Chainfist, 1 sergeant has a Thunderhammer, and they've all got 2 Lightning Claws and 2 Chainfists, and they are riding in Land Raiders with Armoured Ceramite and extra armour. The Cataphracti boys are coming down in Anvilus drop pods. And into the heavy support, I've got a Leviathan with a Gravflux Bombard, Phosphex, Volkite, chest cannons, Siege Drill with a melter, surprise surprise, in a Dreadnought drop pod. And Ian loves them so much I thought I'd show him how to use them. I brought my Sicaran Omega tank destroyers today with Bolter sponsons, Armoured Ceramite extra armour, and 2 Punisher Sicarans with Bolter side sponsons, extra armour, Armoured Ceramite, and heavy bolter pintle mounted for all the shots. That is my 5,000 points, or damn near enough.
5,000 points of Ultramarines. I've brought a Centurion with Power Fist and Lightning Axe. My second and third HQ are 2 Master Signals. My first elite is a 10-man block Terminators. And my next elite is my red marked, my 10-man veteran squad. All with combi weapons. There's plasma gun in there, melter gun in there. Sergeant is equipped with artifice armor and power fist. I also have 3 apothecaries and a talon of contemptors. One's been upgraded with a las cannon, twin link las cannon, and a plasma blast gun in hand. And one of the box ones has got a assault cannon back there. But I have many breachers. I have a full 20-man squad with 3 melter guns, power fist on the sergeant, and every man is equipped with melter bombs. 18-man breacher squad now. Sergeant has a combi melter, 3 melter guns in the squad. That's really it for them. Oh, sorry, I have lots of power swords hidden in the back lines. A full 20-man tactical squad with Vexilla. Sergeant upgraded with melter bomb and artifice armor. 18-man tactical squad with Vexilla and Combi-Plasma on the sergeant, and artifice armor and melter bomb, of course. For my fast attack is my lightning. My heavy support is a Derridio. Oh, I have some support squads, 10-man plasma and 5-man melter. 8-man rocket launcher for my heavy support, and a 10-man heavy bolter for my last heavy support unit. Oh, and I have the Ultramarines Loyalists, I believe they're called. They're elite jump pack infantry with artifice armor and power swords, and sergeant upgraded with power fist. And 1 lonely man has a plasma pistol. That's my 5,000 points.
Night Lord's deployment, and without my drop pods, I'm just in a lot of armour to begin with. With Dawn of War deployment, I didn't have much room to get my boys on the field, so it's a bit spread out. But on each flank, I have a Land Raider with their Tartaros Terminators inside. Dead centre, I've got my Praetor and his command squad in their Spartan, and flanked either side by the Sicaran Omegas and the Sicaran Punishers. Obviously, I've got 3 of my 6 drop pods coming down guaranteed turn 1, and then hopefully turn to the rest of my army arrives. We'll see how the Ultramarines counter my deployment.
Here we are at my deployment zone. So I've got a 20-man squad, tacticals playing the back walls, Contemptor Talon, Breachers with a Apothecary, and my Warlord has joined them. I have a bunker in the middle full of 10 Warlords and 8 missiles. Dreidel backing them up. And then in the far corner, I put the 18-man Breacher squad and the 18-man tactical squad. So I'm hoping they can stay alive against this onslaught. The master signals have been hidden in that Breacher squad and the rocket squad. In reserve I have a 10-man Terminator squad. Of course the Lightning. The red marked veterans are in reserve. Probably outflank them. I have both tactical support squads, Melter and Plasma, in reserve. And the Loyalists for like deep strike.
Starting up to see whether the Ultramarines sees first turn from the Night Lords. Good luck, Nick.
Oh, pretty ever I do.
No! So, Night Lords, get the ambush off. Night Lords, turn 1 movement, and I'm learning from Nick's World Eater's last game of full forward thrust. So, all my Land Raiders have moved 12 inches bombing forward. The drop pods, this Anvilus came down here and keeping my Terminators inside it. It scattered forward 4 inches, which unfortunately put him within 18 of the missile launchers, which have the master signals. So if Nick so chooses, he'll be able to intercept them if he wants. The Sicaran Omegas went forward 12, because they're fast vehicles, they'll still be able to fire. Only the front ones in range, but at least they will be firing this turn. Second Anvilus, I went brave on putting him here. The other Anvilus was already in interceptor range, so I've chucked this one down just to create more threat. Again, kept the Terminators inside, so that they've got the armoured cover and the Jink save of the Anvilus. They have to come down in hover mode as per their rules. Anyone that says they come down in flyer mode can't read. So they have dropped down, and again they're now threatening the Deredeo if that doesn't take it out, and then my Terminators come out. The Leviathan scattered back quite far. I originally put him around here. He scattered back 8 inches into this choke point, but he's come out and he is going to absolutely bomb this place with as many blast templates as he's got. The Warlord trait I didn't mention is I got World Burner. Now the only thing with templates in my entire army is the Leviathan, so he now has Shred on all the massive templates he has. And this Land Raider, as mentioned before, has gone forward. It's 12, full frontal. As I said at the beginning, there's a lot of troops on this table. I've still got another 30 Terror Marines to come in, and Nick has something like 40 Marines still in reserve as well. So hopefully I can clear some room for them to arrive. I'm starting with my Leviathan. Nick chose not to intercept any of my units because he wants to be able to respond a bit better later, you said, Nick. I think that's what he wants to go for. Anyway, so my Leviathan, I'm going to start with my Flux Bombard with its 18-inch range. The reasoning is I've got Phosphex and I've got Grav Flux, but the Phosphex can go with Creeping Death or Crawling Fire, whatever. It can move 2 towards units. So if I fire the Grav Flux first, I'm hoping to hit a few more targets. This gentleman's head gets me a very healthy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 if I get the hit. So here we go. -5, so that's 1 inch scatter. So that is just going to take me off a few, but that is still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'd say, Nick. Nick has to roll 2d6 per man and get under their toughness of 4. If he fails that, he then has his invuln, because he's a breacher, and an apothecary save. But 7 in total. Here we go, Nicholas.
First man.
First man.
Failed by 1.
Fail by 1. Invuln.
Failed.
Failed.
Feel no
Feel
pain.
no pain.
Failed.
First kill.
Second. I failed by 1 again.
Yay!
Invuln.
Invuln. No.
Feel no pain.
Feel no pain.
Oh.
No, dude. This is really
Next
convoluted.
man. Oh. No. Feel no pain.
Fail.
Not.
Fail. 3 dead so far. Keep
Fourth
going.
man. Heal again.
Lovely.
Fail again.
Fail. Fail.
Oh.
Good. 3 more to go.
Next man. Fail again.
Fail.
In 1. No. Feel the pain. Next
And 2 more to go.
Fail it again.
You're very consistent here.
No. Oh. Every time.
And last man.
What's this man here? He passes.
It passes! Yay!
1 man lives.
Right, I'll get on to firing his phosphex now. I'm now firing the phosphex of my Deredeo Leviathan into the same breacher squad. Now we're going to do this off camera because it's a bit awkward because he's got creeping fire and all sorts, so we're going to be lots of movements of templates. So we'll find out how many I hit. After firing all my barrage, he managed to get 2 direct hits, which were on this guy's head, which got me 5 hits. And then the second one flipped a little bit this way, but then with creeping death, pulled it back and got 4 hits. So that is 14 hits in total. Now, I am wounding on 3s because it's phosphex poison, and I am re-rolling because I am a strength 5, which is higher than their toughness. That's how poison works. So actually my warlord trait does nothing for me. And that is a scatter dice. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fails. 5 fails, but re-rolling. So that is 11 invulns into apothecaries.
Invuln saves of 6+. Oh, that's a lot of opening symbols.
Very healthy. And then feel no pain from his apothecary.
Of 5+. Grand total of 3 were killed.
Wow, very successful. Now it is barrage.
Yep.
So it was on your melter.
2 melters.
Yeah. I'll take it.
Right.
I will take it. Last thing I have to do with the Leviathan is his Volkite chest guns. The melter in his fist was always out of range, if anyone's wondering why I'm not firing that. So, 4 shots from his Volkite, hitting on 2s. Excellent, that's all hit. And wounding on 3s, strength 5. So that is...
Strength 6, actually.
Strength 6? Ah, yes, okay. So that was all of them wound. So 4 wounds. Keep thinking it's the ones my guys have. That's 1 fail, for no pain.
Oh.
Absolutely fine. Jumping over to the other side of the board, this Land Raider is going to use Power of the Machine Spirit on his las cannon and fire into these Dreadnought Talon. So hitting on a 3, lovely, and armor 13 in front of a Dreadnought, strength 9, so leaving a 4 to glance. 5 is a pen, wonderful. Nick gets involved, yep. Which he fails. So what does my penetrating hit do? Scores a 4. It goes to a stunned. But have you got extra armor?
No, I do not.
So it is completely out of the game for 1 turn at least. And they get Sycoraన్స్ now into this tactical squad because it's the only thing they can see. Now I moved 12 inches, but it wasn't enough to get this back one in range with his main gun. So only the main gun of the front one's firing. They're fast vehicles, so I can fire 2 weapons at full ballistic skill. So on the first one, I'm firing big gun and his hull-mounted heavy bolter. The rear one's going to fire 2 of his heavy bolters at full. Being a squadron, he can fire through the other member without any blocking. So, shooting the main gun, 6 shots, hitting on 3s, but twin linked. That is all of the hits, wonderful, and wounding on 2s. So that is 4 wounds. Now, we've agreed that this gives a 5-up cover.
So the front 2 men.
2 men are killed,
And then
another 3.
we've got defense line cover of 4+. Oh, 4 men down.
After the success of my main gun, take note Ian, I'm firing the heavy bolters. So in combination, here's heavy bolter at the front and 2 from him. That's 3 of them shooting at full. So hitting on 3s. And then I have another one that is snap shooting. Oops, a lovely extra 2 hits. And then wounding on 3s for a wonderful 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds. Now I can only kill a total of 4 men out of this. That's all I can see. That is 1, 2 more down. Land Raider Spartan, who also moved 12, is going to Power the Machine Spirit this last cannon into Nick's missile launchers. So, hitting on 3s, lovely, wounding on 2s. That is 2 wounds, but he's behind the defence line, so he gets a 4-up cover. And I take out one of them. Then the snap shooting one, hitting on 6s, but twin linked for 1 hit, wounding on a 2.
Wounded.
Saves, and then the heavy bolter. Twin linked. 1 hit, wounding on a 3. Wounds, full armour save.
I feel it.
Takes out another one. Excellent. The Punishers here now are going to open up onto the second Breacher squad. Now, this heavy bolter is out of angle, so it can't shoot, and this heavy bolter can't see. But all the rest of them can see, because it's a squadron. They did move 6, so I don't get rending on the main cannon, but in total that is 54 heavy bolter shots coming Nick's way. First batch of shots, this is the first 30, hitting on 3s. That is pretty healthy. Can't see any more 2s. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 21 hits to begin with. Second batch, so this is 24. So again, hitting on 3s. So that was 21 beginning, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Let's do that.
Oh, thank you. That was a hit. 26, 27, 8, 9, 10, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 36 hits. 36 hits, 36 wounds. Here we go, winning on 3s. So that is... Oh, it's not bad, it's not bad. So let's count down from 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 26, 28 wounds. Nick tells me there's 9 men before anyone important. So let's start rolling up and see if they survive.
3. Half-go saves.
So 2 dead so far. He's got a big pool he's working through. So 7 before anyone important now.
Oh, that's not good.
Ooh, that apothecary better earn his money.
Yes.
Ooh, so that's 4, that's 6 dead, so 3 before anyone important now.
Oh,
They're good, they're good.
Oh. Come up in.
Ooh,
Up in.
2 before anyone important.
Oh, keep living.
Good work, last 2.
Yes.
Excellent, so a total of 6 killed though? No, 7 killed.
7,
good. And the last thing I have to do in my shooting phase is my last Land Raider is firing his last cannon sponson Power of the Machine Spirit at the only thing he can shoot, which is 1 more man from this lucky Breacher squad. I'd love to shoot the Derrideo, but he's hidden behind a big tree. Anyway, hitting on a 3, hits, wounding on a 2, no wound, don't worry about it. Would you like to start doing some morale checks for me, Nick?
Oh,
so this squad that got hit by the Leviathan,
9.
absolutely fine. And then the Breacher squad,
10 was
that got hit by the Punishers, they're absolutely fine.
This last squad?
This last tactical squad at the bottom.
I think so.
The Ultramarines have taken the first onslaught of the Night Lords. Let's see what they can reply with.
Ultramarines movement, turn 1. I've advanced the squads, that's all the losses. Moving up to weather the assault. Dreadnoughts hopefully going to help us. Moving up to get ready to counter whatever on earth is in here, because it looks pretty scary. And to guard their weapon teams from this. Oh dear. So the Doritos moving up. So I've got double targets, just in case I need to switch fire. The Brave squad is advanced, or Breachers, we're getting 1 melter gun range, and the Sergeant's Combi melter in, so they're moved up. So hopefully they do. Just spread these out a lot because just in case I don't kill it. I don't want these grav lux bombardments absolutely wrecking the lines. Due to Ultramarine tactics, I'm going to fire the tactical squad first out of the Leviathan. See if I get a hit with one bolt gun. No, second bolt gun. I got a hit. Moving on. So now,
why have you done that?
now my breachers get reroll 1s for armor pen.
Ah, right. Okay.
So I will fire their combi melters.
Lovely.
So Sergeant's combi melter. See if I hit him on a 3+. I do. Normal melter gun. See if I hit. I do.
2 melter hits.
So you got armor same right as
I
soon?
do. Yeah.
So I get reroll 1s. 3 does not do it.
Yep.
Second shot. Ooh, 1 pen.
Lovely. Pen. 4-up invuln for my Leviathan. He's absolutely fine because Leviathans are monsters.
Praetor's going to fire its main autocannons at the drop pod. So hit on deuce.
Jake.
No, of course. Ooh, brilliant. Oh, destined fail.
Yeah.
I have Sunder though.
Yeah. So strength 8 Sunder, armor 12.
So 4's a reroll. Luckily a reroll. I don't think I like these Ultramarine dice. Well, 1 glance, 1 pen.
1 glance, 1 pen. What would you like me to do first, Nick?
Penetrating first with your
Penetrate.
night fighting.
Yeah, so 4-up jink, but because it's night, I get a 3-up jink, which I pass, and the glance I pass as well. Now, are you firing its top gun as well?
Yes, I will.
So Nick hasn't got anything else, the top gun. It has got split fire, but it can't hit anything else, so he's firing at the same Anvilus.
For 2 hits. But
Lovely.
I do need 6s.
Yeah, but you might as well. Nothing. The Anvilus is jinked. I don't care, it hasn't got any guns, and survives that round.
Moving on to missile launchers. I'm going to target the drop pod. Because I was previously shot, I get reroll 1s. For armor pen.
Nice. Nice little tricky Ultramarine thing, though.
Coordinate tactics. Freeze the hit though. And of course I miss it. But fine.
Strength 8 again.
So 4s, but I reroll 1s this time.
Nice.
And I get 1 glance.
1 glance, which I get a
Do you not-
4-up jink against this one. Because you've got the Master of Signals who has a night vision. So it's a 4-up normal jink, which is fine.
Dreadnought is going to fire its twin last gun at the closest drop pod.
The other Anvilus who will also declare jink.
Now of course he will. 2s. Hit. Well, let's see if I can actually hurt you. And I fail.
No, that's 11. I'm armor 12, so I'm fine. But moving on to the other Breacher squad.
Now, because I've shot you, I get reroll 1s, and I only have 1 melt gun in range. Typical. And I do get the
He
hit.
hits. Good work.
And
That is a glance. So I get a 3-up drink against these. You haven't got the Master of Signals in there, have I? So 3-up drink. No, so I take a glancing hit. My first hull point.
Attempt that with assault cannon. This can only snap fire. He's going to snap fire at the closest land raider.
Cool.
For 6s to hit.
Yeah.
Ooh, I get 2 hits.
Lovely. And then hoping for 6s again for Ren.
2.
Oh, excellent. So that takes it to strength 12. Then a plus D3 takes it to 13. 14.
14.
Yeah, so you cause a glance. But I
One.
do get a 6-up night fight.
You do.
Just get a dice ready. No, so he takes a whole point off my Land Raider.
Moving on to the next content man. Multi-Mill is going to take a cheeky shot at these filthy things what Ian loves.
They have got Armoured Ceramite, but I'm out of metal range either way. But
Still 2 to hit though.
it is.
I do hit.
Hits. Armour 13 versus Strength 8, so needing a 5.
And I got the glance again.
Glance again, so on a 6-up because of night fighting. No, so you strip a whole point off that one as well.
Onto the Master Signals. Nothing else can actually hurt anything, so it's just bombardments. So D3 shots onto the Sigarans. 2 shots onto the Sigaran Omegas.
Lovely. So drop in his back corner so you can get 2.
Let's see if I hit. I can see, so mine's 5. That's 6 inches.
6 inches, you might hit the ambulance. Let's just work that out. So after a wonderful 6 inches scatter, that's where its first bombardment managed. So this is the all-important flip for Nick now, because it's barrage. Oh, wonderful. So flicks and gets the 2 with at least that second hit. Wonderful. Okay, so it's a strength 8 weapon, but it is ordnance.
And it hits
side armor. So he needs 4. First one is a pen, and a second one.
Second vehicle.
Second hit.
Oh.
Excellent. 2 pens. I do get night fighting.
do not.
against- Oh no, I don't. Because well remembered, Nick. So, would you like to see what they do one at a time?
Front vehicle is 2.
So that is a shaken.
Yeah. And then second vehicle is demoralised.
Yes. So just to be clear with the squadron rules, Nick has managed to take out the front Sicaran because all the hull points go onto the unit as opposed to individual vehicles. But that is one Sicaran Omega destroyed.
On to the next Master of Signals, because yes, I ring 2 of them. Going to bombard the Sicaran Punchers, because I can't let them shoot at me that much.
So, same again.
See D3 shots.
Side armour for that. D3.
For a grand total of 3 hits.
Excellent.
So, I'll try and hit both of them.
Yep. And it does.
Direct hit.
Direct hit. So,
Now,
climb there. Now let's see some
Flip.
flipping. Flip forward, but that'll still hit yet one of them.
we'll just hit 1. And the final flip.
So that's 3 hits. And that'll hit another one of them, so that's 4 hits in total. And same rules again, so side armour 12
First one.
is
Nothing.
nothing. Second one is
Nothing.
nothing.
I changed it to a
Third, there's
pen.
the pen.
Yes.
And fourth and final,
Nothing.
nothing. So 1 penetrating hit. Again, I don't get night fighting because of the
Master Signals.
Master Signals. And you get a shaken, so you shake one of my punishers. Not as good as I thought was going to happen.
That was terrible.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Because of my abysmal shooting, the Ultramarines are slightly pulled back. So I've ran 6 inches with this squad. And the heavy bolters have ran 3 inches since they couldn't shoot this turn. I feel like I'm going to have a lot of pain coming my way.
Then 2, the first thing to do is, as per Terror Assault, does night fighting continue on a 3-up? It is still dark and spooky. And then I have 3 drop pods full of Marines, so on 3s they rock up. That is 3 drop pods. My entire army will be on the board. Night Lord's turn 2 movement, and as we said at the beginning of this game, fitting all my models on this board is hectic. So I did quite a lot of cock blocking with myself. Now, what you didn't quite see in the beginning of the head down movement video is the drop pods came in. First one, actually this was the first one. I positioned him here originally and he scattered into this terrain, and then the closest he could pop back was here. Gives me some sort of reserves, I guess, in a way. Then I went for the same position with this drop pod and he managed to hit. So the terror squad has piled out and they are either going to pick on the heavy bolter squad or the missile launcher squad. And the third drop pod I sent over to support the Leviathan on this flank. Again, spreading my troops out in case I roll the one that means I won't be scoring. Everything else that's moved forward, the Dreadclaws advanced, disgorging their cataphractii Terminators. This squad will either charge the Deradeo or the missile launchers. And this Anvilus sent out their squad looking at these breachers. All the Land Raiders advanced. This is the only Land Raider that didn't send out his Terminators. He's looking at the Contemptor with the Fist and Multi-Melter. He's going to fire his las cannons into him and then disgorge my Terminators a bit later when they're a bit closer to the objective. The Sicaran Omega that isn't destroyed moved round his fallen counterpart and has now got his plasma bearer on that Contemptor for the sport as well. Spartan moved into the small little gap that I managed to leave him in between all my drop pods. He hasn't disgorged his Terminators. I don't think it's time to have my Warlord on the field just yet. Because again, I just want a bit clearing out some Ultramarines, and I am well aware Nick has a lot of Marines to respond to me as well. And also in the following turns I'll start backing Anviluses and men out so that the other stuff can advance. The Punishers, who are at the back, didn't really have too much to fire at, so they've just positioned themselves so they can get shots onto the missile launchers. And on the far flank, the Leviathan and the Terminator squad from this Land Raider have disgorged, and we will clear out this corner and start getting some objectives scored for me.
The end of Ed's movement, because of master signals, I get to use Interceptor. So I'm going to fire 6 missile launchers and the master signal to go for a quick grenade at the deep striking unit of Terror Squad. 6 missile launchers. Not the worst, but not the best. 2's the wound. Oh, only 3 wounds. And a crack grenade. I do hit with master signals. And I wound.
Lovely. So all I've got is a 6-up night fighting cover save. So I get full armor.
You don't get night fighting. I have my unit.
Oh, okay. So I get an armor save against your crack grenade, but other than that, that's 3 dead. So that is 3 removed. Well done. Keep reminding me I don't get my night fighting. Oh.
Master signal on this side is going to do the same little trick and intercept this Terror Squad. So I have 10 bolt gun and bolt pistol shots. Oh, that was absolutely horrendous. 4 and 4 stupid. For 2 armor saves.
2 armor saves from the bolt guns. I make both.
Melter gun save hits. It does.
Lovely.
And I actually kill a man.
And you kill, because again, no night fighting. Morale for this Terror Squad that got hit by the missile launchers, because it's whenever you lose 25% of the squad in any phase. So leadership 9, they're absolutely fine. I have a lot of decisions to make this shooting phase, so I'm going to start where it's easy and a lot less convoluted. This Land Raider is going to shoot 1 las cannon into this Contemptor Dreadnought. So hitting on a 3, but twin linked. He hits. Front armor 13, so I get a nothing. That's easy enough. We'll go back to this guy. He's now going to shoot into the Contemptor as well. I'm going to fire his big plasma burny gun because it's terrible, and we'll see what it gets. Hitting on a 3. He does. Strength 9 for this kind of plasma.
Oh, fancy plasma.
Fancy
you
plasma.
You went full Ian on his now.
I did go full Ian on you. Spartan next. He is going to power the machine spirit this quad las cannon into Contemptor over here. And the other las cannon, because he only moved 6, is going to fire primary into this Derrideo. But starting with this flank, into this Derrideo, hitting on 3s, this Contemptor, sorry, and 4s, so that is absolutely nothing on that one, and now firing into the Derrideo, hitting on 3s, twin linked, every hit, and again, so that is 1 pen and a cocked, that is 1 pen. 5 up invul, Nick? Absolutely fine, you survived that last cannoning. My Punishers now, the only thing they can really see to shoot are the missile launchers at the back there. Now, because of the way the ground is set, only their turret guns can see, and Nick managed to get this one a shaken result last turn. So, he's going to go his shot snap firing, so it's 18 from the main gun, 3 from the pintle, hitting on 6s, because this is the shaken one. So that is a grand total of 5 hits. I will do it again because the other Punisher who's hitting on full, again only has the top weapons. So I'll just add 5 to whatever he gets. He's hitting on 3s. Ooh, that was terrible. Oh, they used all their ammunition last time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Wounding on 3s. Drop dice. Ooh, that's better. The wounding's okay. The wounding's okay. I'll re-roll that one because that was dodgy. Lovely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
2 before the master signal. So I'm going to go to ground for 2 plus go safe behind the defense line.
Very nice.
2 grunts. They're fine. 2 grunts. They're fine. 2 grunts. Still fine. Still living.
Lovely.
Oh,
one
dead.
goes down.
Last grunt. Go on. Oh, Master of Signals.
You're tanking.
Yeah, he's going to tank him. Oh, he took one.
He takes 1 wound, so 2 missile launchers dead and 1 wound onto the Master of Signals. First Terminator squad is going to open up into these breaches. Now, because I'm going through a bit of terrain here, I'm going to fire his grenade harness to give them counts as having frag grenades. But we'll aim for there. And he goes 6 inches. Wow. Let's have a quick look at that. That direction, 6 inches, boom, still hits 3, and then it flips. It's not barrage, so I'll fire it again, ignore me. And direct hit, so that was 7 hits in total, excellent. It's only strength 3, so needing 5s to wound. So that is 1 wound, and Nick, being a breacher, gets full armor save and re-rolling, because of hard armor, absolutely fine. But the main reason I fired it, as I say, was to get them classed as frag grenades. Same cataphractii squad now, opening up with their plasma into the breaches. So the plasma blaster, hitting on 3s, he gets hot once. Does he kill himself? He doesn't, but he hits once. And the Combi-Plasma doesn't hit, so he doesn't get hot. So 1 plasma does wound, invuln save. And then apothecary. So I drag down 1 breacher. This Terror squad now is going to open up with their Volkites into the Heavy Bolter squad, who I reckon will do the most return damage to me. There's only 7 of them surviving after they got intercepted. I'm hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s for preferred enemy because I am Terror squad. Lovely. And then I wound on 3s, re-rolling 1s for preferred enemy. Infantry.
Bill.
Sorry for rolling in these little spots. There's no good place for really putting our dice tray. Right, so re-rolling that 1. Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wounds.
So 3 presumptive. And I feel 2 of them.
2 down, and then deflag. Wounding on 3s again. There's another 2 wounds for me, please, Nick.
I feel another one.
Drags down another 1, so 3 heavy bolters gone. The drop pod is quickly going to fire his bolter into the heavy bolters as well, and he is twin linked, so he manages to hit twice as well. To wound, 1 wound. No. This Terror squad now is opening up into these breaches, who are in a lovely weird little horseshoe formation, because if you remember, this is where all the phosphex and dangerous terrain is. So there's 9 of them surviving. It's about 18 shots. Hitting on 3s and re-rolling 1s because of preferred enemy. Nice. Okay, and then wounding on 3s, again, re-rolling those 1s. Whoop, that's the dice of Nick there. Next one. And there's another 2, re-rolling 1s. That's very successful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 this time.
So I have 2 men before the sergeant, who has artifice armor. So I've given these 2 at a time.
Lovely.
So 3 plus with 5 plus female pain.
Yes.
Ooh. Oh,
First one goes down.
He lives. Yellow pain.
Ooh. Okay, we're on to your sergeant now.
2 plus.
Yo.
Yellow pain.
Oh,
Sergeant's
sergeant
gone.
straight down as well.
Just normal men after that. Yellow pain. Oh, now I'll pass the yellow pain.
So that is 3 deflags and another 2 wounds.
Yellow pain.
Excellent, drags down another man. So is that 4 in total? Good work. This drop pod is going to fire into this rear tactical squad. 1 shot because he's not in rapid. He hits. Wounding on a 4. He doesn't wound. And the reason I didn't shoot this breach squad, in case anyone's wondering, this guy's the closest guy, because I can't see this man, and I'm trying not to make their charge any harder. I'm also not going to fire these Terminators, their bolters or their plasma for the very same reason, if I want them to be able to charge and get in causing havoc. On that note, this Leviathan is going to fire into the rear tactical as well, so we'll get all that prepared. Leviathan firing into this tactical squad, as I've said. Now, if I place my template there, I can get a lovely healthy 5 of them. So, -5, so that is a direct hit. Excellent. So, Gravflux, weird rules again, so every man takes a toughness test on 2 dice, or dead.
Who's the man?
Excellent, these haven't got an apothecary if anyone's
No.
wondering.
Dead.
2 dead.
3
3
dead.
dead. Oh, he's very dead. 4 4 dead, and that is 5 dead from him.
No cover save as well.
No cover save from the ground flux. He also has a melter gun in his hand, which successfully misses, and he has nipple cannons. So 4 shots from them, hitting on 2s, twin linked, all hit, and wounding on 2s, because these are the strength 6 version. I keep forgetting, and I keep thinking they're the same as my Terror Squad's guys. So that is 3 wounds for me.
I'll feel 1.
Fail 1. Deflag goes off. No, but successful round. Morale checks for the Ultramarines. So the heavy bolter squad that took the Volkite fire from the Terrors.
Sergeant's still alive for 9. They're not running.
They love it. Into the back corner, this Breacher squad, which also took the Terror squad fire.
Master Signals gives us 9, luckily.
Love it. And this tactical squad, which just took the Leviathan on.
Fine.
Absolutely fine. The Ultramarines are holding still. First charge, these Tartaros Terminators into the breaches. Now Nick intercepted, which means he can't overwatch. So it's a 4-inch charge, which they happily make.
Wish you'd shot them now.
This Cataphracti squad also charging. I was a bit in 2 minds whether I charge this missile launcher squad and then walk off the board, but that would leave this Deredeo completely unharmed. So what I'm going to try and do is ping pong off the Deredeo and kill these later. So, charging into the Deredeo, it gets all its overwatch.
So, mean gun.
Anvil, autocannon. Twin linked, yeah.
Oh, nothing.
Nothing, good. Aeolus missile launcher.
Nothing.
Nothing, and twin linked heavy bolter.
Twin linked.
The heavy bolter wants to hit me. Moving on 3. No!
Fail wound.
I'm only an inch away, so I can't fail, so we won't worry about rolling. This Cataphracti squad charging into these breaches. And
Overwatching.
Overwatch, of course.
4 pistols. 4 hits.
Very nice.
Open this good with the meltdowns.
Yeah.
For 4 armor saves.
My word. 4 Terminator armor saves. That is 1, 2, 3. Ah, no! Hidden 1, so that is 1 dead.
Melter gun. 3 melter guns.
Yep.
No.
They don't hit, but you did take out 1 Terminator.
And I'm going to throw a crack grenade for
Ah!
No!
Sneaky.
That's it. You're good.
That's alright. So these 4 Terminators, it's a 4-inch charge. So it's 2 inches and then plus the terrain. They are definitely getting in. I'm using Terror Assault, even if a bit dubiously with how I've brought my army, but I did roll that it's still night, so I am initiative 5 on the charge. So my 3 guys with, so 2 of them with Lightning Claws, and the Nostroman Chainglaive are going to be going at the same time as the Master of Signals. I outnumber Nick because I count as 2 men, so he was 7, I count as 10. I'm hitting him on 3s for outnumbering. So grand total of 1 hit. These are the Lightning Claws. And wounding on 3s, but with shred. So 1 Lightning Claw, and then the Nostroman Chainglaive hitting on 3s, and then wounding on 2s because he's strength 5 plus 1 for outnumbering. Wow. So I get a grand total of 2 straight onto your invulns, sir.
5 plus influence.
5 in combat.
Combat.
And feel no pain. No, so they drag down 1 man. In reply, Nick's Master of Signals goes. Now, for some reason, you've got counterattack, is that right?
Yes, that is my right of war.
Excellent. Good work.
So you don't get attacks and I get bonus attacks. This is good for me.
Yeah, so I didn't get my bonus attacks for charging because obviously you need to breach your shield. And Nick now has counterattack.
So, weapon skill of you.
I'm on skill 4.
So I'm hitting on 3s.
Yeah, you're better. Ooh, nice work.
This is only with combat blades, it's not very good.
So wounding on 4s.
Oh, 1 armor save.
1 armor save. Absolutely fine, my Terminator armor. So now it's on to Nick's pile-in at initiative 4. So Nick's men have piled in. They've all got power swords, but it doesn't matter against my Terminator armor. But as Nick has said, they had counterattack, so they all get 2 attacks each. But both of you has 3 attacks each.
I'll roll them all together because E3 means nothing.
That's it. Hitting me on 4s.
This was not good.
Not the best roll I've ever seen. And then wounding me on 4s. For 1 wound. I have a 2-up save against it. Absolutely fine. So now I have my initiative step 1 Chainfist stepping in. Into this combat of the ages between my Cataphractes and this Deredeo. Nick gets to kick me first. He
hits.
hits! Strength 7. He wounds! Cataphractii armor! Oh, that's cocked.
Roll 1.
Yay! So, Nick isn't denying me my charge attacks for this guy, so I have 2 Chainfists. So, hitting on 4s. Very nice. That's cocked as well. Oh, I hate not using a dice tray. So that misses, so that is 4. And Armour Bane, front armour 13, so I need 5 on 2 dice. So first one is a very definite pen. Second one is a very definite pen. Third one, nothing. And fourth one, pens. So 3 invuln saves for me, Nick. 5
6.
Was it 6 in combat?
6 in combat.
Ah, so
2 go through.
2 penetrating hits, AP 2. So I don't destroy you, but that one is a weapon destroyed, and that one is a shaken. We will go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I take out the heavy bolters
I can live with that.
and drag you down to 1. Ooh. Into the last combat, my Cataphractii squad here that charged through the terrain. I am still initiative 5 because it's night time. But again, I don't get my extra attacks because of charging the breaching shield. So the 2 guys with lightning claws, I'm not outnumbering, so I'm just hitting on 4s this time for 2 hits, and wounding on 4s, but with shred. So that is the grand total of 1 wound for me, please.
Invuln. Oh, and feel a bit. There's a man.
So the lightning claws drag man down, but it's initiative step 5 as well. Nick's Praetor gets to come in. And he's got a legatine axe and counter attacks. So he's got 7 attacks with digi-lasers. Quite impressive. 3s to hit me because he's far better than I am. And 6s are an automatic wound.
I got 1 automatic wound on you.
Lovely.
And then 4's wound you. Oh. Nothing.
So 1 automatic AP 2 wound. So 4 up Cataphractii save. No, so he drags down my sergeant because that's the closest guy. We've just piled in Nick's men, but I've just remembered I'm an idiot. So I had dual lightning claws with these boys. It's because these guys only had single, I got a bit confused. So I do have a couple of extra attacks. They're hitting on 4s. Hey, it's the dice god telling me I'm an idiot. So all of Nick's millions of breacher attacks. A lot of power swords, but it doesn't matter because again, I've got AP armor.
Yes, my power swords mean nothing in this game. I'm very disappointed.
In the words of Ultravox, this means nothing to me. So winning me on 4s. That is some healthy hits. How many have we got, Nick?
One more, man. Almost 7.
7. Here we go. 2 ups. I lose another 2 men. My lone surviving Terminator getting to swing with his chain fist at initiative step 1, hitting on 4s. 2 hits. 1 hit, sorry. And wounding on a 2. Wounds.
1 save. Oh, I lose a man.
Oh, so I kill another. And then
Nice.
Nick
Sergeant switch back.
got his sergeant stepped in with his power fists.
So 2 normal, 1 for counter attack. 2 hits.
Whoa.
1 in, 1 save back.
4 up Cataphractii, he survives. But I lose the combat by 1. And my sergeant's dead, so I'm down to leadership 7. And I promptly fail on an 8. And initiative off. You've got Praetor. Ah, so I am caught and killed. Would you like to consolidate, sir?
I would. Grand total of 5.
Grand total of 5, lovely.
I've consolidated 5 inches towards the Spartan. I have a lot of melter bombs, and that Spartan's a juicy target. Roll. Going to the Emperor for this. Go on. Terminators. 3+. Yes, I got Terminators. Lightning. Yes. Veterans. Yes. Plasma Squad. This is a lot of 5s.
This is a lot of 5s.
They're not weighted, I swear. Melter Sword. Oh, there it is. And then the jump pack guys. Yes.
So all but 1 squad. That's just what this table needs. Lots more models.
I'll start off with my contenders. I've moved forward to try and get a shot and charge. Since he's available this turn to do things, he's moved forward to do a cheeky little shot. They're backing him up just in case I get some infantry shots. Well, not going to help. My reinforcements turned up of plasmas came in. That should help deal with this mass troop traces. My weapons have stayed still. Like the ground there, not good. I've moved millimeters forward. The charge. No useless. Well, he's not moving, he's locked in combat. There goes the off for the turn. My Tartaros squad here stayed still, so I might try and few the Legion onto the Terror squad. But I've also managed to get the red marked veterans in with combi weapons and plasma guns in. And my lightning has moved across the battlefield for some cracking termination. I have my deep striking locusts. They have arrived perfectly, and on their turn they arrive, they get deep strike. They shoot twice when they deep strike. I also summoned some Terminators in. They mishapped by landing on the enemy units.
Yes, they scattered and landed on my Punisher, didn't they?
So they have went in reserve again. Luckily, I rolled a 6, so they'll hopefully come in and help me next turn. My Ultramarine shooting phase, content of the multi-multi, is going to fire into the fully loaded. So, 2's a hit. Get a hit.
Very definite.
Oh,
6 to glance.
Need that 6 again?
No.
You can charge, it's fine.
Oh yeah, his fist will rip it apart.
But I have the next contemptor.
This guy.
So, carries back the assault cannon straight into Ian's favourite little toys. Gotta kill them. He's not here to yell at us. Oh, I actually hit.
You actually.
I'm slightly impressed. These dice have rolled up at ones. Come on, I need the 6s though.
6s for the rending. That is 1, takes it to strength 12. And then
D3.
On a D3. So that is a pen. And I get night fighting.
You do.
So can I steal one of your dice? Because I haven't got mine on me at the moment. No, so what does your penetrate do, sir?
4.
4, so he is stunned, but he has got extra armour, so it takes him down.
It's not very much good enough for me. Lightning is going to fire 3 practically Terminator missiles into these Punishers. So, come on. Hitting on 2s.
Yep, so ground tracking all agrees.
Oh, still a fair one. But they are armour being.
They are.
With Tank Hunter as a battle soldier.
So the first one is a pen.
The second one is a. Oh.
You can re-roll it, yeah. A definite pen. I get 6 up night fighting. So for they're both pens, so it doesn't matter. I ignore one of them.
Alright, so see what it does. It's AP2.
AP2, so it takes me to weapon destroyed.
I have a last gun. Twin linked one.
And that hits. And penetrates.
So you get your cover again.
No, so that one is dead.
So
but does it explode? On the roll of
it does.
It does explode.
Oh.
So the explosion can't hurt my man, but how far does it explode?
1 inch.
6 inches. We'll just work out how many it hits. With the explosion of that Sikaran, I've managed to hit 5 of these locusts, and 5 of my own Terror Squad. So if you'd like to wound my Terror Squad,
5 of your Terror Squad.
That is a very healthy 4 of them, so 4 armour saves. They're all fine, and 5 wounds on the loci for only 1.
2 plus armour save.
2 plus armour save. Everyone's okay, but my Sikarans have been halved.
August, I'm going to fire into the Terror Squad, and because I've deep strike this turn, I get to fire twice. So, 2 shots with a plasma pistol. 4 hit.
Nice.
8 4 pistols. Not the best, but not the worst. 4 with 4 pistol. For 3 arm saves. 2s. 1.
So I get my night fighting against the plasma pistol. Nope, so that kills a man. And then it was 3 bolter. So 3 armor saves. So they're fine. So 1 man dead.
Contemptor is going to shoot these Terror Squad here, because after that I get a reroll once to wound them. So starting shooting with him. So 2's hit. Hit. Last cannons or something, so 2s. Which get you
Night fighting. Nope, so you kill one Terror Squad straight off the bat. Bolter in his fist.
It's a Plasma Blaster. in his
Ah,
fist.
Plasma Blaster in his
Oh.
fist. Nice.
2s. 4 hits. 2s again. Oh, every field. And this is why I need the reroll ones.
Very
So this is
epic. Yeah.
Plasma guns all going to shoot at the Terror Squad, and now I get reroll ones to wound only. So
Lovely. So because there's so many of them and because of having to do them individually because it gets hot, we're going to roll the hits off camera. We'll come back to you for the wounds.
Plasma guns, I've got 12 hits so far.
And nobody died from gets hot.
So it's all good. Well, rerolling ones to wound.
Yep,
So
so-
2 to wound. Can I get rerolls? Oh, didn't even need them.
Didn't
Oh,
even need
oh.
them.
Psh, 12 cover saves.
12 night fighting saves. Hurrah! 12 6-up night fighting saves. Well, I mean, it wasn't bad, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is the squad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, with 1 to spare.
The bolters are going to fire through the most tiniest gap in the world at this Terror Squad in the corner, which Ed is very suspicious at.
It's dubious shooting. It's dubious, but we have both agreed that they can just see.
The front rank.
Getting a hell of a cover save.
Honestly, it's fine. All these hits though.
So again, he's doing this just for the combination fire tactics. That is some great shooting.
Yeah, freeze to wound you. Full arm save though.
Yeah.
And I don't get rerolls because this is the first shot. So, I total of 6 arm saves, please.
Okie dokie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you take. Oh, what? That is a lot of dead Terminator.
Squad is going to shoot at the Terror Squad. My head bolters have ripped apart.
Yeah, savage.
But I now get reroll once the wounds. So, hit on freeze. That was terrible.
Pause. Rerolling 1.
One reroll.
Hit maned, hit maned.
Hey, give us 3.
3 armour saves. My sergeant went down in the hail of fire from the heavy bolters, so there's 3 standard armour saves. Oh, this time they're okay.
Veteran Squad is going to shoot at the Leviathan. I'm going to pop all the Combi-Plasmas and 1 of the Combi-Melters. The other 3 Combi-Melters can't see in the back. But I also have a metal gun and a plasma gun, so hopefully I'll not kill myself.
So we're going to roll it up, same again, because there's so many of them, we're going to roll it off camera for it gets hot and hits, but we'll come back to you for the pens.
After firing the plasmas, 1 mine had exploded, and I've got a grand total of 6 plasma hits in 2 melter hits.
Lovely.
Let's see what I can do.
So you need 6s with the plasma.
This is not going to be good. Oh, 1.
So 1 glance, and I get a 4-up invuln against it. No, so I've taken a hull point, down to 3.
And the 2 melters.
Nothing.
I don't
So
know.
I take a hull point.
Breacher Squad is going to fire all 3 melter guns into the side of the Spartan. So, let's see what I do. It's got armoured thermite, so no bonuses. Only got 1 hit anyway.
6 to
Sixes.
glance me.
And I got the
It does
glass.
glance, but night fighting. You absolutely fine, so you take a hull point off my Spartan. Morale check for the Terror Squad that got hit by the heavy bolters and the tactical squad. I'm not dropping the dice, so they pass.
My contempt now for the melter button on that is going to charge the Land Raider. Let's
Oh,
just in.
Just in.
Had fleet, it's fine.
True, I always forget contempt is so fleet.
Alright, so 4 attacks on the charge.
Yep. So 3 is to hit.
3's there.
Oh,
This is terrible.
Chainfist.
No, just power fist.
Just power fist.
So 4 plus the glance here on the rear armour.
Yep.
And I fail.
You do nothing to me.
My Breacher Squad with my commander is going to charge the Spartan. It is -2 because I'm going through terrain. So let's see what I get. Oh, fail.
You fail! Oh, that's a little bit of reprieve. Who knew? You definitely haven't got any reroll. No, of course.
No.
Oh.
Combat with the Daredevil. I get my 1 attack. And I fail the hit. I quit. Moving on.
That's it. That's the end of that combat. No, 4 attacks with my Chainfist boys. They fail. They fail. We're all weapon
Slapfest.
skill 4. Oh dear. Combat between the Terminators and the Breachers. These Terminators are determined to hit a bit better than their Cataphractii counterparts. Still night time, so I'm initiative 5 going first. I'll start with the Lightning Claws first. I outnumber, so I'm hitting on 3s. So all hit, and wounding on 3s because of that outnumbering with Shred. That is a very happy 3 wounds.
Oh, that's not best. So I'll take them all on the power sword, guys.
And then feeling the pain.
Oh, so there's 2 power swords.
2 power swords, and then I have the Nostroman Chainglaive from my sergeant. Again, hitting on 3s, nothing from him.
I have my Initiative 5 Master of Signals though.
Yep.
So hitting on 3s. Oh, not great. And wound on 4s. Oh, 1 arm save.
1 Terminator save. No, he drags down a Terminator, and your Master of Signals there.
Yeah.
So he kills this guy. And then I have my Chainfist boys.
I have my.
Oh, your power sword goes first, yeah.
Yes. So 2 attacks of Apothecary, and 1 attack of Chainsaw, Power Sword. Not the wet best. Come on. Oh, 1 arm save. Can you roll another 1 head?
Probably. Ah. And then now it's my.
This is when I get wiped out.
Not like that, it isn't. Not like that, it isn't. And 2 wounds.
So 1 on the Breacher. He dies, and then I'll take the next one on the Apothecary. Oh, I think I lost this combat.
So I win by 4.
So I need a 5 to stay in combat.
Oh no, I win by 3, sorry.
3, yes.
3, yep.
I fail
You
regardless.
I am wearing Tartaros, so I can sweep you.
So see
initiative
what I
off.
roll. I go
1, so I sweep you. And then I consolidate. 1 inch.
Kill it next turn, it's all good.
Beginning of turn 3, on a 6-up, my night fighting continues. It's still dark. Night Lord's turn 3 movement, and I've been a bit janky thanks to some advice from Nick on how to do it. But we'll get to that in a second. Down here, this Contemptor that's catastrophically failed to destroy my Land Raider. My Land Raider has moved around it and disgorged his Terminators, and they're going to unleash a load of plasma and pray that the Land Raider and Omega can deal with the 2 Contemptors. Looking at them, they're making a break for this exit. This Dreadclaw has taken off just to clear a bit of space over here for that Spartan and is flying backwards just to make a bit of room. He's effectively out of the game now. I don't mind him doing that. This Dreadclaw is still in hover mode and he flew over this Breacher squad, so he's going to burn them on his way over. Same with the Contemptor, I'm not 100% sure he can hurt it, but we'll have a quick look at the rules. The Praetor and his command squad have got out of the Spartan and are looking at the Ultramarines Warlord and his Breacher team. They are armed with all the plasma in the world, so they will be unleashing that before charging in. And over here with the Locusts, the Punisher is looking at them with all its guns. It's only pivoted, so it'll have rending as well to hopefully deal with their 2-up armor save. Now the jankiness I explained is the Spartan. If you remember, there was a terror squad here. So, I disembarked my Praetor from the Spartan, then I embarked the terror squad into the Spartan, and then drove it 6 inches forward. I was like, you can't disembark and embark in the same term, and Nick was like, yeah you can, just not, like the transport can have something go out of it and get in, but the same unit cannot get out and get in. But there you go, so this Spartan now has a terror squad, making a break for the exit. My Cataphractii Terminators that have failed to kill the Deredeo in 2 rounds of combat will continue wailing against it. And over here in the corner, other last round Land Raider has moved into position to get some shots off. This Terror Squad is coming around the corner because I'm hoping to clear out this exit. Derrideo, I keep calling him that. The Leviathan's going to fire his Grav Flux into the veterans, and if they survive, he'll be charging in. And these Terminators still have their plasma, and we will make this exit our own. A lot to talk about, but this is starting to get to the biggest part of the game. Do I lose my troop choices as they try to exit, or do they make it off the board? At the end of the movement phase, the Anvilus that moved across these two units, we've just looked it up to confirm for ourselves, but he does D6 strength 5 hits, and on the Contemptor, he hits the weakest armour, so it is on the rear, which is only armour 10, so I am good. So D6 hits against the Breacher squad will be 1, and D6 hits against the Contemptor will be the big 6. So against the Breacher, strength 5, so it doesn't wound against the Contemptor, so strength 5, wounding on 5s, glancing on 5s, penning on 6s. Wow! So that is 2 glances and 2 penetrating. Nick still gets a invuln.
So glances first.
So
Feel them both.
excellent.
And pens. Feel them both.
The Anvilus takes out the Contemptor. After that amazing success of my Anvilus, on a 1 I do cause a penetrating hit on myself, which I survive. Starting up my shooting phase, the Omega that was shaken last turn is going to unleash into the Contemptor. Now I'm going to still fire his big plasma gun because I reckon this is how you're meant to do it. So Omega Tank Destroyer, come on. So 6 but twin linked. Hey! Strength 9 against armor 13. And that is a glance. Would you like to take your invuln save, Nick?
Plus invuln. The Contemptor lives.
Ah, curses. Onto this Land Raider now. He only moves 6, because obviously he disgorged his inhabitant, so he can fire 1 weapon at full, and I'll use Power of the Machine Spirit. So 1 weapon at full, Power of the Machine Spirit into the other Contemptor. But this last cannon, hitting on a 3, hits. Side armor 12. So nothing. Oh dear. And this last cannon firing into this Contemptor. That is a miss, but twin linked, and misses as well. A complete fluff from the Land Raider.
Oh, they live today.
Uh-oh. Change of plans. After a complete failure by my Omega and my Land Raider, these Terminators who I wanted to send into the tactical squad are going to plasma into the rear of this Contemptor. And strength 7 plasma. I'm hoping to take that out. I reckon I can weather more shots from these boys with my 2-up armour than I can 2 Contemptor charges. So, 1 at a time because it gets hot. So this gentleman in the front hits once, cocks dice, hits once. Sorry for all the cocked dices, we haven't got room on this table to use a dice tray. My sergeant hits once. The gentleman with the plasma blaster hits once. Oh, we're very good at this. This next gentleman hits once. Oh, good. And my last man hits twice. Hooray!
Oh.
And then needing 3s to glance. So that is 1, 2 glances and 3 pens.
What would you like me to take first, Ed?
If you could take the pens first, Nick.
Plus.
So 2 pens have gone through.
2 glances.
And 1 glance. So he is dead, but does he get blown up on a... He does blow up. Let's see how large the explosion is. It's a 2 inches, so that's not going to hit. Oh, yeah, because you've got your shield. But it's not big enough to hit anyone. But I managed to take him out. Punisher now, fully operational, firing into the Locusti, or Locusts or something. He has only pivoted, so his main cannon with 18 shots gains rending. So we'll do that one first and separately. So 18 shots, hitting on 3. Not the best, but I'd like to see that many 6s again. So wounding on 3, but 6s rend. So that is 2 rends straight out the bat. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 normal. I will do the rest of the heavy bolter shots. So another 12 heavy bolter shots. So hitting on 3s in the traitor count. Burning through a lot of ammo. And wounding on 3s as well. So a combined total of 2 rends and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 normal wounds.
So people die to the rend. Now look up to the sergeant. No!
So sergeant dies to the rend as well. And then these 3 men need to take 11 2-up saves. Good luck, Nick.
Need it.
Oh, another one goes down.
Pistol.
Pretty successful. Continuing the shooting at these assault marines or some such. This drop pod and this drop pod are firing into them. I want to get rid of those. So one's in long range. So hitting on 3s, wonderful. Wounding on 4s, nothing. But that's everything I've got firing at them. Would you like to do a morale check for them while we're here, Nick? Oh, they fail. Wonderful. 3d6 run. Excellent. A very healthy 14 back towards your own edge. I guess that kind of gets them back in the fight a bit. So this is where those boys have ended up. So they rolled their 14, and because of the rules of my men blocking them, they effectively ping through the Spartan and jump to the other side to be an inch away from my Praetor and his squad now opening up with their plasma into these breaches. Again, one at a time because of Gets Hot. So my man at the front hitting on 3s, 2 hits. Then it goes to my Praetor who's hitting on 2s, excellent. Then the banner bearer hitting on 3s. Next man. Oh, he gets hot. Does he armor save? He does, but he missed twice. And my last man hits once. My plasma have been very missy. So wounding on 2s for a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds for me, please.
So 5 in 1 saves, 6 plus. Like 3 female burns. 3 dead.
The Spartan I have elected not to shoot, and he's flat out 6 inches, just again to get this unit of terror squad closer to getting off the board and claiming some points, because at the moment I haven't got anyone off the board and I'm scoring nothing. Last Terminator unit with their plasma opening up into the tactical squad that's blocking their entrance into this mountain. Primary location Alpha, I think you said it was called, Nick?
That is the name.
That's the one, so we will claim this. Anyway, 4 of them remain, opening up with their plasma. So, first gentleman on the left flank hits twice, then it's Sergeant. He gets hot but hits once. Does he kill himself? No. Whew. Next gentleman hits another once, and last man hits twice. Excellent. And then 2s to kill. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unless you'd like to go around, Nick.
I think that's 6 dead there.
There were 5 men straight in front of me, but this last man here gains a cover save.
4 plus.
Yeah. So he's fine, so I killed 5 in total, but one of those was the Vexilla. Because I killed those 5 men, and I intend to charge this tactical squad, I have managed to pull myself so that I'd be charging through terrain, so I'd be initiative 1. So now I need to fire my grenade harness so that I'm not initiative 1. Anyway, grenade harness firing on this gentleman's head for 3. So it goes a whole 4 inches over that. Happy with that direction, Nick?
Yeah.
So there for 1, because it just misses him. And then it's a 2-shot weapon. So again, same place. And that one gets a direct hit because it's -4 for his ballistic skill. So that would be 4 hits in total.
5 wounders.
5 to wound, strength 3 weapon. Move that. 1, 2, 3, 4. No wounds, but the reason I fired it was for those frag grenade effects. This terror squad I'm going to run, because it's still night time, luckily, I get +1 to run. They're going to go 3 inches, but it's all about getting towards this exit. This Land Raider is going to take some pot shots into this tactical squad just to clear out some more. So, firing this las cannon into them at full. So, he hits, and wounding on a 2, he wounds, but they're in cover. Absolutely fine. And then firing his heavy bolter snap shooting because of how far he moved. Is misses, but twin linked. Ooh, I'll reroll that one just to be sure. Yeah, excellent. 2 hits and 1 wound. Nope, fine. Last thing I have in my shooting phase is my Leviathan firing into these red marked veterans. I'm going to fire his Grav Flux Bombard, this gentleman's head, obviously for a nice big hit. So -5 to my scatter, excellent direct hit. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 men. Each man needs to roll 2d6 and get under their toughness. So death.
I need a 4 to live.
First man dead. Second man dead. Third dead. Fourth dead. Fifth dead. 6 dead. 7 dead. 8
Lives.
And 9 lives. So 2 men survive. Woo, good job. Leviathan finishing up his weapons. He has the melter in his drill, and he has the Volkite. I'll fire the melter first, so hitting on a 2, he misses! Wonderful, good job. And the Volkite hitting on 2s, all hit, and wounding on 2s, because it's the strength 6 variant. That is 3 wounds, please, Nick. Kills another one, and D-flag, wounds again. Can it be enough to wipe the squad? It can!
Roll test, Sergeant's still around. For the tackle squad. So 9. Oh, they failed.
How far are they running?
Makes a difference.
Oh, your man right on the board. Oh, they're gone. Oh well, what a waste of a grenade harness. But this clears my exit for these 2 squads at least. Although you do still have a 10-man Terminator squad that could come and deal with them, I guess.
I did say I needed the Vexilla.
Into the charging now. My Praetor and his command squad charging into these Ultramarine breaches. Yeah, Overwatch from Nick.
So 2 melter guns. I got 1 hit.
Uh-oh.
That's good. I'll throw a crack grenade for leader. No, and some bolt pistols. So 1 hit off a bolt pistol and 1 hit off a melter gun.
Fail, fail, fail.
2+ on a melter gun.
Ah.
And an armor save.
Oh, 2 seconds. Yeah.
You got an armor save as well.
Lovely. So, melter first. This is this guy with a Chainfist right at the front. 5 up Tartaros invuln. No, so he's gone down. And then the bolter hit will be going onto the banner bearer. And he takes a wound.
Yes. Makes up for that failed roll test.
So with the death of 1 man and my banner down to 1 wound, it's a 3-inch charge to get in. They get in.
Oh, something for the door one.
I saw it. My Terminators have charged in and my Praetor is issuing a challenge.
My sergeant is going to accept.
Ah, your Warlord is a coward. It is still night fighting, so I'm +1 initiative. That makes my Praetor initiative 6. And I have Trophies of Judgement, so if you'd like to do a fear check for me, please, Nick.
Unmodifiable leadership of 10
Ah, curse Ultramarines. You do not fear me, but my Praetor is swinging first against your Sergeant. 6 attacks on the charge. Do I outnumber you? I count as 8, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so I don't outnumber you. So I'm hitting you on 3s. One of them is Mastercrafted. Lovely, and I am wounding you on 3s. Thank you, Nick. Paragon Blade, so that is 1 instant death and 2 AP2 wounds.
Instant death first.
Your wound pool, you do what you wish.
5+. He lives.
He lives.
5+ for a normal wound. He lives.
Oh.
And 5+ lost wound. Oh, he lives! The sergeant tanked everything.
No! Okay, Nick is electing to use his Power Fist on his Praetor, so he's going to be going at initiative 1 as well. So I have my Lightning Claws. We also just noticed that again, I'm going against breaches, so he should. My Praetor should only have 5 attacks. So Nick did even better by deflecting an extra Paragon Blade attack with his Sergeant. Sodding Ultramarines. Right, anyway, it's initiative 5. My Lightning Claws go, hitting on 4s, because again, not outnumbering, and only 1 hit. And wounding on 4s with Shred. So 1 AP3 wounds up.
That's all 5+ on a normal breacher.
So I do manage to drag down 1 man.
Feel no pain.
Oh no!
It's all about that feel no pain.
Oh, good. 1 dead.
Ultramarine counterattack. So I get a +1 bonus. I'm up to 13 attacks. I've added power swords in because AP3 means nothing to Terminator plate. Let's see how it goes. What's that?
If anyone wondering why they're getting so many attacks, Nick's Right of War lets him pick a rule every turn, and obviously he's gone for counter-attack.
Wasn't the best roll.
No.
I was wounded though.
And we've finally broken out the dice tray because it's just getting annoying.
I got 5.
5 wounds. Right, so I've got 2 normal men first. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, 1 dead. I lose a Terminator. Onto the challenge. The Ultramarine Sergeant swinging back with his Power Fist. 3 attacks because of that counter-attack rule.
4's to hit though.
Yeah.
Oh,
2's to wound. Is a Sergeant going to take out my
2 in 1
Warlord?
saves. One at a time for dramatic effect.
1 at a time. 4 up, Warlord. Come on. No! A Sergeant takes out my Praetor.
Good Sergeant.
My Chainfist on my Banner Bearer swinging now. So he's hitting on 4s and wounding on 2s. There's 1 wound.
5 + 1 save on Paragon.
So he manages to take out 1, but now is an ungodly amount of swings from Nick's Praetor, who has 2 specialist weapons, because he's got this Legatine Axe and a Power Fist, and counterattack.
And Digilaser.
And Digilasers, holy crap!
I'm up to 7 attacks.
Wow!
Hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
And I'm wounded on 2s with my Power Fist. Come on. Oh.
Wow. Wow. 5
Invuln saves.
invuln saves. Right, here we go. 1. That's 1 guy dead. That's 2 guys. That's the squad. That did not go the way I wanted it to go. Oh.
Solidly 6 inches. I'm going to go back to try and kill this Dreadclaw.
Last combat now. This absolute cluster of my Cataphracti fighting this Deredeo. So, Nick gets his attack.
I miss.
And he misses, and I get my 4 chain fists. Can I actually hit this time? Yay! Right, first one. 8 plus 5 is a 13, is a glance. Second one, that's a pen. And the third one, that's nothing. So 1 glance, 1 pen. So invulns.
Head first. Dies.
So he's gone.
Dies.
Does he blow up? He doesn't. But they do manage to take out the Deredeo. No consolidating off a walker though. Right, at the end of that turn, with the death of my warlord, every single unit that is a infantry now has to take a morale check or I will flee. So it looked like I was just getting towards Nick's edge. Now I see if I turn around and run. So these Terminators down here, leadership 9. Good, they're sticking around. Obviously, Nick managed to clear out the squad over here. These Cataphracti that are no longer tied up in combat have to take 1. Again, they're sergeants alive, so leadership 9. They're holding on an 8. Good. In the back here, these Terminators. This is the side I don't want to break because I've got 2 people making it for the end zone. Terminators, sergeant alive, so on a 9. Whew, they pass on an 8. And this Terror squad, who their sergeant is dead, so they're only leadership 8. They fail on a 9, so they're turning around and running. And because I'm Night Lords, I run an extra inch. So they are going 4 inches backwards. God damn Night Lords.
Reserve rules. Mount the squad. See if they come on. They do.
Lovely. And the Terminators who got the deep stroke mishap have went into ongoing reserve, so they're back on automatically as well.
August, see if they rally. Use your bait. My Dreadnought is moving over for some cheeky assault. I've moved forward for the tactical squad to blast as many shots as I can to those Night Lords. I'll go back up with the plasma support squad. I've got my commander and his British team moving on to try and kill this Dreadnought because they're bloody filthy. The Loyalists aren't going to do much this turn. The Warlord's going to stay still with the missiles, and I've brought in a tactical support squad of Meltars to help deal with these bloody Terminators. We'll have revenge. My Lightning has also moved up to get a cheeky shot in the rear of that Leviathan. And I deep struck some Terminators and they've ended up in the back of the board and they're doing nothing for the rest of the game. Starting with shooting phase of Ultramarines, I'm going to pop the Combi-Plasma into the rear of that bloody awful thing. So come on, I've got to kill Sakaran. Plasma, 1 hit. Need a 5s. Oh, fail. And I've got a combi melter fire from the Sarge. He hits. 4. Oh, failed.
Nothing, so my Punisher survives.
Oh, I've got a reroll cannon as well.
Oh, yeah.
Good shoot. Brilliant, lovely. 2 hits.
Lovely, so strength 7, so 5s.
Come on, double 5. Oh, 1 pen.
1 pen. It is still night fighting, so I can do something about this on a 6. Nope.
Come on. Stunned you.
So,
Sapphire.
shaken.
Shaken, not much. Now I'm going to shoot into this Land Raider. So, carries Salt Cannon. Come on. 2s. Then I need 6s for the rend. I I get 1 D3 extra.
It does. It causes another glance, but night fighting.
No.
No, so he takes another hull point off it. So that was a pen, sorry. So what does the pen do? And that is a weapon destroyed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is, the heavy bolters are gone, and he's down to 2 hull points.
Tactical squad shooting at Terminators in rapid fire range. There's 28 shots, let's here we go. In the box to count. Oh, that's a lot of misses. Force the wound though. And hopefully it'll roll ones as he always does. Or grand total. 13 arm saves.
13 saves to make, 2 men before my sergeant. So 1 dies straight off the bat, 1 man before my sergeant. Come on, Terminator plate. Oh, there he goes. So now on the sergeant. So I've still got another 4 to take. So look out, sir, off the sergeant. So he's tanking 1. He dies, sergeant. Well done. So 3 guys go down, including my sergeant.
It's alright, I've got plasma next. To try and finish off the Terminators, I'm going to fire the tactical support squad of plasma guns. I've got all 10 men shot. But let's see if they blow up first.
So we're going to do it off camera because there's 10 of them with apothecaries and all sorts of madness. So we'll save you the hassle of watching that. We'll get back with how many hits we get. So after that, there's 8 hits from the plasma. Only 1 man got hot and they failed his armor save, but then the apothecary slapped a plaster on it and he's fine.
Worth his points.
Worth his points.
Seems to wound you though.
And rerolling ones?
No. Oh yes.
Yeah, because you shot me with your bolters.
Right. Oh, okay, reroll 1. Yes, it involved saves for you there.
8 involved saves. Right.
Just remove them, they're already dead.
Oh no,
They're dead.
Surely I've got to get lucky at some point. See? See? It'll be fine. Oh. No, there's 1 dead. It was a good start just to tickle my pickle.
So, British squad, metal gun is going to fire at the drop pod.
Drink.
Of course it jinx. Freeze it. Oh, fail. Crack grenade.
Oh.
Nah, I hit. And 6s.
Oh, come on. 3 up drink because it's still night time. No. So he takes a hull point.
Down to 1. Heavy bolt squad is going to fire at these Terminators. Oh, can't let them escape off the board. Hitting on freeze. Could have been worse. And wounding on freeze as well. No rerolls because this is the first unit shooting. But that's a lot of hits already.
That is pretty healthy. Pretty healthy.
13.
13. Let me get some dice.
Like my Legion.
13 saves to make with my cataphractes, and sergeant is 3rd man along. So 3 at a time. First round is okay. Next one's okay. Oh, 1 goes down, so 2 in front of sergeant. They're okay. And 2 go down.
Notice I've just rallied, so I'm going to throw a crack grenade at the drop pod. Come on, need a 6. No! But I'm moving on to the missile launchers. So 4 crack missiles at the drop pod as well. 3 hits, leaving 4s. And I get 1 glance and 1 pen.
What do you want me to do first, Nick?
Pen, please, first.
Night fighting! So he takes the pen and he takes the glance. So what does the pen do to me? So nothing effective.
Lightning is going to fire at the levy into its rear armour. So, twin at last cannon first. Hit. I need a 3 because of rear armour 12.
Yep.
And I failed, but
But
I have.
you've got, Tank Hunter. Which is a pen.
And then I've got a Kraken Turbo Pen Missile of Doom.
Which misses. And it's not twin linked. So 4 up invuln against the last cannon, which I pass. Levy survives. At least something can live this turn.
The melters. Now I have massive signals within 6 inches. And he's going to give them the +1 ballistic skill. So I'm going to hit on 2s.
And re-rolling 1s to wound because of interlocking fire or whatever the Ultramarine rule is.
I get 4 hits.
5 hits.
Set full.
Oh.
So rolling 1s, moving on 2s. Oh, didn't even need it.
Lovely.
5 in
Right, so 5 in Mullen save. So, normal guy, dead. Normal guy, dead. Sergeant, dead.
Threw bloody pistols at you for that. That's terrible dice rolling. Assault phase. It's going to charge. This horrible Land Raider. Auto in, but 6 I'm in. Smash.
Right, can you do it this time?
Let's hope I can. My 4 attacks on the charge. 3's to hit. Only 2 hits though.
And then strength 10, armour 14.
Come on, double 4 and you're dead. Oh, epic fail.
Fails again! He's doing better with his carries than his fist.
Future squad's going to charge this horrible drop pod because it killed my dreadnought. Revenge. Definitely in.
Very healthily in. They've all got melter bombs, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 melter bombs, Nick.
I'll do 6 mortar bombs and power fist.
Alright, sure, yeah.
All the melter bombs hit.
Wow.
Never mind. Probably couldn't detonate anyway.
I think I might be dead.
Oh. First one, head. Second one, oh, you live. Third one, oh wait a minute, you only have 1 hull point, you're dead anyway.
I'm dead, yeah, but you've got to roll them all in case I explode. Right, we'll save everyone the hassle. We'll get all this rolled up and we'll let you know if he explodes.
A lot of them.
So we did roll it all up and Nick managed to get 5 penetrates and it exploded 3 times from that. So I want him to explode because he's in the middle of all these boys. How big is this explosion? 5 inches. Wonderful. Hit this entire plasma team, this entire breacher team did the exploding, and 3 of this tactical squad. Start with the breachers. So there's 7 of them, wounding on 4s. So 1, 2, 3 wounds for me, please, Nick.
3 normal blocks before the commander. They all live.
They all live. Then it was 3 on that tactical squad. 1, 2, 3. They all are fine. And then how many plasma?
11 men.
11 men. Oh, I need some more dice. Onto the plasma squad. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds onto them.
I've got a apothecary to help this though. So, ooh, I feel 2.
And then apothecary saves. So, takes out 2. Beginning of my turn 4, the thing I have to do first is see if this terror squad rallies. And they fail because the sergeant's gone. How far do they run? They go 9 inches backwards. God damn!
Stop roll 9, Ted.
My lord's turn 4 movement. This Anvilist, seeing the success of his brother, has taken off in the hunt for this Contemptor. So he's still in fly mode, but he's got himself over this side of the board. Next turn I'll drop into hover and burn this Dreadnought as well, because it was so fun doing it the other time. This Land Raider has reversed out of contact with the Contemptor and will continue flailing with his las cannons at him. My Omega Destroyer has shifted round. I've got no troops to support on this side anymore. There's no points in this game for me for destroying Ultramarines, but there is spite. So I'm going to send him round to keep hunting Nick's Warlord after my Warlord spectacularly got punched in the face by a sergeant. We can't let that news escape to the Loyalists to have a rallying call. This Shaken Punisher has driven forward to get all his guns on the Warlord as well. He's snap firing, but that's still 30 shots hitting on 6s. And it also puts a bit more range between him and this massive blob of Terminators. 900 points of Terminators, did you say, Nick?
400.
400 points. 900. I wish it was 900 points, sat here in the back doing nothing. Anyway, big blob of Terminators, not doing huge amounts. Over here, the fleeing Terror Squad, which has caused me all sorts of hassle, continues running the wrong way. They have an open goal and they're running the wrong way. They would have been off and scoring me 2 points, but no, my Night Lords flee at the drop of a hat. They're going backwards, and the Terminators that were there walked off finally in turn 4, scoring me 2 points. Good on them. Leviathan, I can't actually get through this gap. This is impassable and he can't fit through this gap. So he's just walking over, and if I have enough time, I'll just start taking on these Terminators again, just for spite. And this Land Raider's just reversed back to give him a bit of room. He is just going to shoot up at those lightnings. Filthy 8 Legion, what are you on about? The Spartan rolled forward and he has deposited the Terror Squad that got into them. They are within 3 inches of the board edge, which means at the end of the turn they will be off if I can clear the space. So as long as there is a gap to get off. So to that end, I've got the las cannons from the Spartan. Unfortunately, they gain a cover save because I could only deploy blocking them, but I also have my Volkites and everything, so I'll be shooting into them, and as long as I can kill that line, they're off and scoring me 2 points as well. So, very thematically, the Night Lords have smashed into the thin line of Ultramarines, but the Ultramarine line is holding them back and taking
Imperium Secundus.
This is Imperium Secundus, and they're doing a great job of taking out the units that actually score in this game. Starting down with the Land Raider, trying to finish off the final Ultramarine Dreadnought. His heavy bolters were destroyed last turn by that Dreadnought, but his las cannons are fine. So, 2 shots, hitting on 3s, twin linked. So that is 1 hit, and then needing a 4 to glance. He does only cause a glance.
And in run save, the dice gods are fickle.
But Contemptuous alive on 1 wound. Sycoran Omega is firing his heavy bolters into the Ultramarine heavy bolter squad because his main cannon is out of range. I moved 12, but fast vehicle, he can fire 2 weapons at full. So hitting on 3s for 3 hits, and wounding on 3s for 2 wounds.
2 no-ones for arm saves for the closest man, and all fine.
Onto the other Sycoran. The Punisher is firing all of his shots into these the breaches with the Sergeant in them that I really now hate after his success.
Well, there's the closest model as well.
Lovely. I get 30 shots. I did move, so I don't get any rending, and he is snap firing because the melter penetrated him last time. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits, and wounding on 3s for a grand total of 4 wounds.
Closest man is actually the tactical ring, so we'll start with him first. 3 plus. 3 plus. 3 plus. And 3 plus. Oh, feel the pain though. Oh, and the reach out of the power sword dies.
All that for 1 man. My Land Raider here is going to fire up into the lightning because he's got no other decent targets. So
I will drink.
You will drink, fair enough. 2 las cannons hitting on 6s, twin linked. So he hits once, and then heavy bolter can hurt you because you're armor 11 all round. Twin linked, 1 hit so far, 1 hit. So the heavy bolter needing a 6, no, but the las cannon only needing a 2 to glance. Gets a very healthy pen.
3 plus drink.
Yeah, because you're agile. You're absolutely fine. This drop pod is going to fire his bolter into these locusts. So hitting on 3s, lovely. Wounding on 4s, nothing. And then I'll quickly do this drop pod, who only has those Terminators you can see, obviously in long range. Hitting on a 3, he hits. Wounding on a 4. He doesn't wound. Oh, my drop pods fail me. I've run the Leviathan, he rolled a 4, and he is just keeping up with this terror squad, telling them, what are you doing? Go the other way! But actually, the real reason is so that he can get in grab flux, bombard range of these Terminators. The main event of my turn is, can this terror squad score me another 2 points? So, 4 las cannon shots from the Spartan into these melters, hitting on 3s. And twin linked. That is 4 hits, and wounding on 2s. For 2 wounds, and as I said before, I'm having to fire through my own men because of the space I gave myself. So he gets a 5 up cover.
Oh, pass 1.
Now you pass 1, so the las cannons drag down 1 man. 3 shots from the heavy bolter, twin linked, and wounding on 3s. So that is 2 wounds from the heavy bolter.
And I'm fine.
And you're fine. Normally, I'd want to fire my Volkite into these melters, but I'm only 3 inches away with the front rank. I need to have the entire squad in to be able to get off and score. If I shoot with all my Volkite and kill this melter squad, I'm then stuck out in the open and I get shot in Nick's turn. So I'm going to fire their bolt pistols and hopefully only kill a couple of them, so that way I can charge them and then wipe them out in the combat and get off. The only danger here is if Nick fails a morale check if I kill one or more of them and they break and go off the table. But Nick's been rolling pretty well for his morale, so I'm confident. So, bolt pistols, not volkite, but hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s for preferred enemy. And wounding on 4s, rerolling 1s for preferred enemy. So no rerolls and only 3 wounds. That's good. I'd like to kill a couple. I kill none. Into that charge phase. So the Terror Squad are charging into these Melter Tactical Support, who obviously get their Overwatch.
So 4 6s. No, you're fine.
No 6s. And obviously I'm only an inch away, so I'm guaranteed in. Right, that's my boys in. First things first, fear check for me please, Nick.
Is your 10 always from Ultramarines? Oh,
you do fear me. Woo, the rule works every once in a while. I challenge.
I accept.
Great. First up then, my Sergeant. I am only initiative 4 now because it's not night fighting anymore. But it's my turn, so we're doing my attacks first. My Sergeant has 2 attacks base, 3 for the charge, because these aren't breaches, removing my attack. But he's got a 2-handed weapon. So that gives him 3 attacks on that charge. I do outnumber, and Nick is scared of me, so I'm hitting on 2s. And I have preferred enemy infantry, so that is 3 hits. I'd like those 6s again for the rending with my Nostroman Chainglaive. So that is 1 rend, rerolling 1s for preferred enemy. So I kill his Sergeant, and I kill 2 more men with the AP3 weapon. They will get to swing back though. So with 1 man left to kill, my Terror Squad, all the normal men will swing now. Now these have 4 attacks on the charge because they got 2 attacks base, 2 close combat weapon, bolt pistol, close combat weapon, and +1 for the charge. So hitting on 3s because, hitting on 2s as well, because your only weapons go 1 for fearing me. Sorry, people don't normally fear me. So hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s for preferred enemy. I will reroll that 1-1. Christ! I wish those were my Terminator saves for the entire game. Right, and then wounding on 3s, because of that outnumbering, rerolling 1s. Oh.
I think I may be dead.
Well, I mean, statistically, let me get rid of the 2s. That's a 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. Oh, blimey. This Terror Squad. Do you know what this is? Because I normally don't play Terror Squads and they're trying to make me like them.
Seems pretty good to me.
9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27 saves of 3 up, please, Nick. Nick's going to go for it. 27. Oh, he died straight away. Wow. That's good. That's that squad wiped out, but they do get to fight back because that was all at initiative 4.
Sergeant, fight back in the challenge.
Hitting me on 5s.
1
hits. Still 1, so I'm double +1.
Failed to wound you.
Oh.
In my normal troops. 3 hits. With 2
wounds. And you do drag down 1 Terror Marine with you, but with a consolidation roll of a 2, that's enough to get that squad over and out to score me another 2 points.
Ultramarine movement, turn 4. Contemptor's moving to hopefully shoot and charge this thing. Okay, it's got the strength ball. Tactical squad is just standing around just to block the entrance some more. I've moved my breachers, the plasma swatter, and heavy ballers up to charge this drop pod. Because this drop pod I believe used to belong to me, and I'm sick of my own model shooting me. The Master Signal is separated, because he's going to charge with his melter bomb. I've got some crack missiles, which I don't think I'm doing. Ooh, the Locusts of jump forward, because that's his last troop choice. If I can get them in combat with my power swords, I will gut them. And then my Terminators have moved up to do some long range shots. Hopefully whittle them down. And the lightning has left the board. Carries top cans inside of this arm raider. Come on, don't let me down.
He's done good so far.
Yeah, come on, where's those 6s? No! Fail.
No, not this time. You have to try out that fist again.
Their weapon team of rocket launchers is going to shoot this Spartan. I've got 3 of them side armour, and the Master Signals is going to give them +1 +1 skill. So, hitting on 2s. Triple hit. Come on, triple six. Really see my bacon.
No way! 2, so it takes it down to 2 hull points.
Terminator squad is going to shoot the fleeing terror squad.
Boom! They can all draw line of sight through the drop pod, even through all the dangling chains and dead bits.
So, non-twin link shots. 1 hit. 3 twin link shots. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, come on. Oh, this is terrible. And then I've got an auto-cannon as well, for which I have hit.
Lovely.
No normal wounds and then auto-cannon wounds. 1.
1 autocannon wound, 3 up save. Absolutely fine for that terror squad.
Useless Terminators. Templar is going to assault at the Land Raider.
Can't fail. Very healthily in.
Definitely in.
Clang. Right, 4 attacks on the charge, Nick. Can you do it?
Probably not. Haven't done anything this time.
3rd round of combat of a Dreadnought against my Land Raider.
Come on.
Down to
2
2 hull
fours. 2
points.
fours. Oh, it adds a 4.
And this is why you bring Dreadnought Chainfists, people.
So, assault phase for the Breachers. I'm going to charge the drop pod. The Plasma squad is going to charge the drop pod. And the Heavy Bolt squad is going to charge the drop pod.
Fair enough.
They all need 6 because of difficult rain. So we'll do Heavy Weapon team first. They're in. Plasma team, just in. And then the Breacher team, just in as well.
Everyone gets in. You really dislike this drop pod that used to belong to you, Nick.
Yes, I do. The Signal's going to charge the Spartan. He's got a Melt Bomb, so come on. Yes, he's in.
Very healthily.
And then the Locusts are going to charge this drop pod.
Oh, the drop pod.
Yeah. Close. Oh, I think I might be in over there.
It's very healthily in.
We'll start with here. Heavy Weapon teams, they finally charge combat. It's great. All hitting because it's mobilised, and single 6 and it's broken.
Using crack grenades. So I'm immobilised, so he auto hits. And there's the 6, so that takes out the drop pod.
The 2 Locusts are going to throw crack grenades into the drop pod.
So again, auto hit because it's immobilised.
So just needing 6s. No!
No, but they got that extra movement they wanted from the charge.
So I've got a Master of Signals into a Spartan now with a Melter Bomb.
This never works for me, but I really want it to work for Nick.
Freeze there. Hit. I need 6 to glance here.
You do.
On 2 dice. Armour. Oh, fail.
Fail. Sorry, Master of Signals. Beginning my turn 5, I really need this final troops choice of mine and scoring unit to rally. They do on an 8, just. So they will get rallying. We'll get them in a Land Raider and get them to the scoring point. Night Lord's turn 5 movement, and it's all just about positioning to get my last squad off the board. This Anvilus is trying to recreate the glory of his brother. He's dropped down into hover mode and then jumped over this Contemptor to burn it. This Land Raider reversed out of contact and is going to las cannon it as well. My Sicaran Omega stayed still because he pivoted a little bit to get all his guns in on sight, but he is very happily looking down the Warlord's unit. As well as my Punisher, who is not shaken anymore, so he's in full firing mode onto that Warlord. The Leviathan moved into this gap so that he is in line with the Cataphracti and he can fire all his weapons into them. And finally, the Terror Squad that rallied moved their 3 inches, which got them within range of embarking onto my Land Raider, so they got on board, and then the Land Raider has moved 6 inches towards the board edge, which means next turn, unless Nick does something which I can't see. Oh, you've got the lightning coming on.
As long
as that Land Raider's not dead, I can move forward 6, disembark 6, and get my final scoring units off the board. This game is 6 turns, or until all my scoring units are dead or off. It looks like it's going to go that full 6 turns. This Spartan just reversed and turned around so that he's got one set of las cannons looking at the Locusts, and one set looking at the Master of Signals. End of that movement phase, the Anvilus now burns this Contemptor. D6, 3 this time, so not as healthy as the other 6. Rira, or the weakest armour, so again, that is 1 glance, so it is enough.
It's enough to kill it, come on!
Invuln!
No!
He does it! I love it! With the fantastic death of that Contemptor, thanks to my second Anvilus, this Land Raider has lost its primary target. He lost those heavy bolters earlier. This last cannon now can't see, so this last cannon's just going to take 1 pot shot into the Tactical Marines, which misses, but twin linked. He gets a hit, wounding on a 2 in the box to count. It does wound. 5+ cover. Lives.
Oh, now I get the 5.
Sticker on Omega now is firing into the Ultramarines and his Warlord. So, firing the main gun, 6 shots, hitting on 3s, twin linked. For a very healthy 6 hits, wounding on 2s, for a very healthy 5 wounds.
Closest man is the melter gun, so I get my Invuln and I get feel the pain on him.
Yep.
See if he lives. He feels the Invuln, feel the pain. Oh, he died. Then the Sergeant. Invuln. Oh, feel the pain. Oh, he's gone.
Dead 2.
Now the Apothecary only gets his feeling. Oh, he's in cover.
Yeah,
Cover.
he's in that cover.
So cover fails.
Fails and
Gets
feel no pain.
He lives.
Saves himself.
Again.
So cover.
Cover fails. Feel no pain. He's gone.
He takes himself, and then it's
1 on
your...
Warlord.
Yeah.
4+.
Warlord's next.
And he takes a wound.
He takes a wound off. And now onto the 12 heavy bolter shots into that same squad. So hitting on 3s, no twin linked. Not bad. That's 8 hits. And then wounding on 3s. Pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds.
I'm going to look up to 2 of them. Look up to arm saves. Live. Next 2. 1 on my commander. He lives. Look up to 1. He lives. 2 more.
Tanking.
So 2+. 2+. He's fine.
Fine.
And then last one, he's going to tank. And he's brave and stuff.
Wonderful. On to the next of the Sikaran tag team, the Punisher, opening up into that same Warlord squad. Now his main gun gets rending this turn because I didn't move, so hitting on 3s. He must be running low on ammo now, he's fired every turn. And I'd like that many 6s again, please, because that would be a lot of rending. Oh, it's not bad, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4 rending shots.
Oh, it's horrendous.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 normal, but I've also got another 12 heavy bolter shots, which I will fire first. So these are hitting on 3s and wounding on 3s. No rend for the normal heavy bolters. But that is an extra, that's 2, that's an extra 6 wounds. Woo!
On the rending hits, I will do Invulns.
So there's 4 of these.
So closest man.
Yep.
Bloke with 1 shield. 6+. He lives.
Whoa.
Oh, can you do it again? No.
No, so he's gone down. So now it's on to the Warlord.
Warlord got 4+. Iron Halo.
He takes another wound. Are you tanking these, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, so
he lives with 1.
alive with 1 wound, and now it's 11 normal wounds.
So you can look out to them one at a time.
Yep. So look out, passes off. Armour
Dead.
save is fine.
Look out.
Look out. Pass.
Arm save. Dead.
Dead.
Has to take them all on himself now.
That's it.
2+.
Come on, he's on 1 wound. Just needs to fail one of these. There he
it is.
goes. The Punisher and the Omega tag team conquer. Leviathan Dreadnought now firing his Gravflux Bombard into these Terminators. Aiming there, which is on this guy's base, for 5.
Oh, you miss.
I hit. I've got to hit because that would have been a hell of a scatter. So once again, just to reiterate, Gravflux Bombard, it's roll 2 dice. You
Add them
get
together.
under your toughness.
So, first one. Definitely failed. Second one. Failed. Third one. Failed.
And 4th fails, and 5th fails, but they still do get their invuln save. Even though it's AP 2, but they get their invuln.
So 5 Invulns. Lose 1.
Nice rolling, mate. Still with the Leviathan, his Volkite now. His Melter in his hand is out of range, but the Volkite is very happily in. So hitting on 2s, twin linked. So all hit and wounding on 2s for 4 wounds, but full Terminator save.
2+. Oh, there's one.
Deflag, wounds again.
Lives.
Bolter from this drop pod firing into that Terminator squad. Hitting on a 3. He hits, wounding on a 4. He doesn't wound, that's fine. This drop pod firing into the Locusts. Short range this time, so hitting on 3s, lovely, and wounding on 4s for 1 wound. They've got 2 up on a save.
He lives.
Absolutely fine. Land Raider with the Terror Squad flatted out. I know it's hard to remember, but there is a load of phosphex here from when the Leviathan landed. I will get some markers made up for that because I've been forgetting that a lot of the game. But we rolled up his immobilise. He didn't immobilise himself, so it's flat out is fine, and that gets him closer to the board edge. Over to the last thing I have to fire, which is the Spartan. He is going to fire 2 las cannons into these boys, and with Power of the Machine Spirit, and the rest of his guns into the Master of Signals. So, las cannons into the Master of Signals to start things off, hitting on 3s, that's 2 hits, wounding on 2s. That is him dead. Unless you go to ground, there it is!
Oh,
so that takes out the Master of Signals, and the other las cannons firing into those 2 Locusts, hitting on 3s, twin linked, which is 2 hits, and then killing on 2s. That is 2 wounds.
Go around.
Go to ground again.
They're both dead.
They're both dead as well. Good.
Since I've lost all my HQs, Ultramarines have to take a pin test across the board. So,
Oh, it's nice another Legion suffers like I do.
I'll start with this. So, Leadership 9 to Sergeants alive. They do not get pinned. Heavy bolters. They're not. Plasmas. They are pinned. No!
Good.
Got tackle squad here. They're not pinned.
Ooh,
And finally the Terminator at the back. They're not pinned
Not
either.
pinned either. So just the Plasma support squad.
Range movement. I moved up my tackle squad, trying to do a long range charge there because I've got 1 melter bomb. My dreadnoughts have suffered horribly. My Ultramarines got pinned here, so this plasma squad is doing nothing. Luckily, the heavy bolters are doing a kamikaze charge with a melter bomb. I've got some rocket launchers here to fire into the side. Hopefully, I can tail this spawn. It's a pain in my ass. The lightning is. Come on, I've got 1 last cannon shot to try and kill this, otherwise Ed's going to escape. There's nothing I can do about it. My Terminators have moved up. Now, since he was petty, I'm going to be petty too. Charge the Punisher. 4 crack missiles into the side of the spawn. So, only 2 hits, but come on, double 6, make my day. No, double 5, so close. Lightning is going to shoot its last cannon to the side of the Land Raider. Hopefully get penetrate and hopefully blow it up. See if I hit. I do. Oh man. Oh,
You've got Tank Hunter, yeah?
No,
No.
this will fail. Firing the Terminators into the rear armour of the Punisher. Because I'm sick of this shooting this. Heavy petty. So, I start with a Combi Melter off the Sergeant. I hit. I've got a Combi-Plasma off the Coast Terminator. Ooh, 2 hits. And then I have an autocannon. Rebuild cannon, so grenade. Oh, 2 hits. So 5s for him. Nothing.
Nothing from the Reaper. 2 Plasma.
2 plasmas.
On 5.
Nothing.
Nothing.
And the melt on a 4. Oh, for throne's sake.
The Punisher is fine.
Charge!
Fuck.
Terminators are going to charge into the back of this Punisher. I've got to kill it somewhere. I need a 5. And I get it.
Oh, they're definitely in.
Tackle squad is going to charge the Land Raider. -2, so I need a 7. Oh,
They do it. Nice one. Planting more melter bombs.
Last charging is going to be the heavy support squad. Heavy ballers. God, why are they charging? 2-inch charge into the spot. Come on, you do it. There we go.
Very happily. A lot of melter bombs being planted.
Sergeant is going to plant a melter bomb onto this spot. So
He is going to do it.
No!
Shame on you.
Sergeant of the tackle squad planting on the Land Raider.
Will this be the end of the Land Raider that has survived 3 rounds of combat with Contemptors?
Come on, melter bomb. Hit, I'm free. Yes!
Oh, Needing a 6 on 2 dice.
Come on.
No! My Land Raider survived! This is the most amazing Land Raider ever built.
Yes, I'm going to attack the Sigarim with Chainfists. So, the front 2 men, 6 attacks.
Wow!
Look, he was on front 2 men. I only need to get 2 glances on here.
First one is a pen.
Second one.
Is that so? You do take it out.
You're dead. But let's see if you blow up. You do not.
I do not blow up, but that is the end of my Punisher. Right guys, we were going to play till 6 turns, but all that happens at the beginning of my 6th turn is my Terror Squadron Land Raider moves off the board. So that would have been the end of the game, and we're not playing kill points, so there's no point in going on. But what this means is I've had 2 units leave from the top, 1 unit leave from the middle, and no units leave from the bottom. We've already looked it up. Nick is currently on 4 points, plus 1 for Warlord, meaning he's on 5. I've had 3 units leave, putting me on 6, plus 1 for Warlord is 7. But at the beginning of the game, we did say that one of these exit points would score no points. And what that means is, on a roll of a d3, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the units that escape from there don't count. If it's this one I roll at the top, that means Nick wins because it was 2 units that left, losing me 4 points. If it's the middle one that doesn't score, we draw because I lose 2 points, we both go down to 5. And if it's the lowest one, I win because all my units scored. So it all comes out, we've played a 5k game and it comes down to 1 dice roll. I want it to be a 5-6. Here we go! It's a 1-2! That means Nick wins! The Ultramarines have completely confused and bamboozled the Night Lords. Most of my troops left and went down a trap. Well played, Nick.
Thank you.
And that's the game. And as you just saw, Nick and the Ultramarines managed to convincingly trick the Night Lords, meaning that at the end it was a 5 victory points to the Ultramarines for killing 4 of my scoring units and my Warlord, and 3 victory points to me. 2 points for a unit that got off in one of the scoring zones.
Yes.
And killing the Warlord. Beautifully played, mate. Beautifully played. That was one of the most fun games I've ever played.
Yes, it was. It came down to the wire at the end.
It came down to 1 dice roll, which sounds stupid when you think like we've just played this whole game. We could have rolled a dice. It's fine, but awesome. I love the fact that that was like really thematic, because you were saying like it's a really elite Night Lord's army going in and hammering, and it was just all about holding me and stopping me back.
Till Lord Gilman arrives and saves me. That's what it's all about.
But it's so cool. I love my elite army just smashing into your line, but you're just holding just enough. But Anvilus is taking out Contemptors is now my new favourite trick.
I can't believe that happened.
Neither can I. I also can't believe your Contemptor can't take out 1 Land Raider
I'm
in
very
combat.
disappointed with
But
it.
then my Terminators can't take a Deredeo out.
That's true.
There was a lot of fluffing of rolls, but there were a lot of amazing rolls as well.
There was epic failures on both sides.
There was some pretty spectacular failures. Yeah, my Warlord dying to a Sergeant.
Best failure of the game.
Even trying to cheat and roll extra dice, he still failed and lost to a Sergeant. Again, I've mentioned it a couple of times, please ignore the fact that my army breaks a lot of the rules. Nick has not let me forget it.
To be fair, I'm breaking my record war. I'm not on deep strike, but there's just too many men on the side.
Yeah,
we needed deep strike.
We had to do something. We just wanted to play more of a thematic and fun and cool game. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Again, thank you very much, Nick. I have no doubt that you'll be back on.
Ah, yes. Well, see, I come with the real-sized army, unlike the other guests. We know who you are. We're not going to mention names, but we know who you are. He's probably ringing yell at us.
He rings and tells us off a lot when we call him.
I know. That's great, though.
Awesome. Thank you very much, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye now.
When we first started this, you clicked here.
Oh, fuck me.
Doritos going to shoot its main gun.
At what?
For the interceptor rule, I'm going to... I'll take 2 cents.
Good, you're apothecary. Good work, good work.
Or what Mark do now?
That was 9 done so far. No, you rolled 9. Morale squad, morale.